what's going on? I may eventually try to improve the quality of my videos. Right now, I just moved, and I really don't feel like going out in the cold to make a good lighting video or open up windows. So anyway, Alex Jones had Donald Trump yesterday, I believe, if I read it correctly. Alex Jones had Trump on his show. To me, that's a big deal because this morning I was listening to a guy that studied how they got President McKinley elected. This is a guy that was a mastermind behind the whole getting George W. Bush, the son, in office in 2000. And he's a well-known name. I forgot his name. I listen to NPR when I take my son to school. And he was saying that Trump was just recently a Democrat, and that Trump believes in the same healthcare system as what the British have, and all kinds of just crazy shit. So, and yet he was on the Alex Jones channel. I was trying to get some conspiracy news compared to CNN, just see what they were saying yet last night after the whole shooting crazy situation went down. Evil situation. And they were trying to exploit the whole Donald Trump thing. And someone could say, oh, maybe they staged a false flag so they wouldn't have people listen to Donald Trump on Alex Jones. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Alex Jones really, I do slightly care about Alex Jones. He may really be a shill. I don't know. But I do slightly, he did do a lot of good things years ago. My stepdad's brother had a TV show with him in Austin when they did UFOs and black helicopters and, deep, dark, creepy, uncool conspiracies. And so I know Alex Jones is definitely not fucking Bill Hicks. But Alex Jones did kind of lay the groundwork for a lot of things. A lot of guys like Dabu 7, things like that. Just fucking do what pretty much Alex Jones did. And whether or not Alex Jones is the real deal or not now, I don't think he is when you have guys like Donald Trump on Infowars. That to me makes Infowars all of a sudden mainstream now. Infowars, I believe, is almost mainstream now. And so that should open a lot of eyes, I believe, That's a big deal. And the shit that this guy was saying on NPR this morning, he was saying he would vote he didn't care even that Donald Trump, even though he was just recently a Democrat and all this crazy shit, he said he would still vote for him because will most likely be the Republican nominee. I just think our world's fucked. I lost my train of thought, but Donald Trump, I believe, will be just a really fucked up Republican version of Obama. You watch. I do not believe that Donald Trump will be our magical savior. I believe that Donald Trump is bad news. I really fucking do. And I listen to a lot of weird shit, like David Icke, the reptilian guy. I know. But he still is a smart dude. He says that they need to make contracts for when people get elected, like, for instance, Obama with Guantanamo Bay, that they should make these fuckers like Obama sign contracts. That way, they when they are in office and they do unconstitutional and illegal shit, they can get booted out or whatever, or get prosecuted. Which in our society, there's so much that just goes unsaid, and these assholes, literally like Hillary, practically get away with murder. And I believe, the immortal probably doesn't believe that Hillary is that bad or whatever, but I believe my aunt was married to the Secretary of the Navy, and her next door neighbor was Colin Powell's. Her next door neighbor was Colin Powell for years, and she knows all these assholes in DC, and she would tell me a lot of insider, type information in the down low on Hillary, and she is a true piece of shit, evil, regal bitch of, horrible evil, and I also believe that or Trump will just be another piece of shit. But anyway, they need to make these assholes sign contracts. Like, say they're gonna get rid of Guantanamo Bay, blah blah blah. Put them on contract. They will not raise taxes. They won't do carbon taxes. Put them on a contract. And I listened to that Reed Hendricks video, about the latest horrible shooting, and he was saying we should enforce laws to where they can't make places and shit unconstitutional, like anti-gun laws and stuff. And that's also a good idea as well. But to me, this is truly the last step before we start grabbing AR-15s and shit and jumping in Toyota trucks and fucking becoming, Minutemen and, taking country back, which will probably happen anyway. But then again, you don't want the fucking asshole militia that may be white supremacists taking over shit as well. But I think this is the last step for us to be able to take the country back before it turns to bloodshed and ugliness and violence. But another thing I learned in history class is this corruption and taxation crap has been around for years, since the 1700s. It was even worse in the 1800s, especially after the Civil War. Talking about left versus right paradigm and the good old boy system, with the Reconstruction of the South, when they, put all the old KKK Democrats just right back in the power a little bit after the Civil War, So this is nothing new. This shit just magically didn't start yesterday. This has been a progression of, communism, socialism taking over our country.